My dad threw a BBQ to celebrate kicking me out. He hung a giant vinyl banner over the garage. Goodbye, freeloader, don't come back. Someone even threw a hot dog at my car and yelled, last free meal. 2 weeks later, my dad was begging me to answer his calls. The story my family sold was simple. I was 30, no real career, parked in his driveway all day, living off my parents like some cautionary tale. Looking back, the wild part is they weren't just performing for the neighbors. They believed their own script. What they never said out loud was why I moved back in. My dad's sign business was bleeding money, and I was the one quietly keeping it from collapsing. I worked remote ops and bids, permits, invoices, vendor paperwork, deadlines, the boring stuff that keeps a company alive. In my family, if you can't see the sweat, it doesn't count. I paid gaps here and there, not flashy, just enough to keep the lights on and trucks insured. Every time I saved another mess, my dad would smirk and say, families don't keep score. I kept wondering if he knew that sentence was a weapon or if he'd used it so long he forgot. Either way, it taught everyone else how to treat me. Then I overheard him laughing outside about giving me a deadline. 2, hit bottom. That's when I realized tears wouldn't help me, but receipts would. I built a spreadsheet, pulled screenshots, saved texts, and took a contract in Colorado without telling a soul. When he finally cornered me in the kitchen and said, be out by Saturday, I asked, do you want me gone or do you want an audience when I leave? He grinned, both. Saturday, I came back from my last box and walked straight into the party. First, I saw the banner stretched tight across the garage. Then I heard people laughing like it was a holiday. Next, my dad lifted his beer, proud as hell. After that, my uncle shouted my name like a joke. Then the hot dog hit my car with a wet slap. It slid down the door, leaving greasy ketchup streaks. Kids pointed, adults cheered. My dad didn't stop it, so I took one photo and didn't say a word. My dad called after me, what, collecting souvenirs? I finally spoke. No, for later, and I drove away with my keys cutting into my palm. By midweek, the begging started. A permit packet got rejected. Their software locked when my backup card was gone. The workshop got a shut-off notice. My sister texted, stop being dramatic and log in, then asked me for money because cash flow is weird. I couldn't tell if she was scared or just loyal to the loudest person. I sent one cropped screenshot of my spreadsheet and wrote, since you're into contribution. My dad wanted to talk, but only at home. No. We met at a highway diner, public, bright, and full of strangers who didn't care if a grown man sweated. I slid a packet across the table. Totals, timelines, screenshots, and the photo of that banner on the last page. This is the difference between your story and mine, I said. He flipped 2 pages, then his face changed. He tried, families help each other. I said, generosity doesn't keep score, accounting does. He snapped that I was acting like a debt collector, so I added, when I lived in your house, you called it freeloading. When you lived off my money, it became family. Then he asked the only real question, how much can you turn back on? That was the moment I understood he didn't miss me. He missed the infrastructure. I didn't go back. The business stumbled without my silent fixes. The house hit the market, not because he downsized, but because he had to. Months later, my sister showed up in Colorado, exhausted, no attitude, and said, I was awful to you. Then she admitted, when you were there, he aimed most of it at you. Now he's turning on everyone. In hindsight, that sentence explained my whole childhood. The last time my dad called, it was from an unknown number. He said he found one of my mom's recipe cards while packing and asked quietly, did you really think I was that cruel? I didn't argue. I just said, you hung it over the garage, Dad. 4 days later, the card arrived. Chicken pot pie, my mom's handwriting, and a note at the bottom. Add more time if Richard complains. I laughed so hard I cried and I framed it. They thought that banner was my ending. It was just the moment their safety net got in her car and left.